Hello, everyone. If you like what I'm doing here, please consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. It would really help the channel out quite a bit. Thank you very much.
Hello, Graveyard Talkers. My name's Randy, and here we are again to do another video here from Central Florida. Starting to get a little bit dark here. Well, not really get dark, but the sun is really starting to go down a little bit. I don't know what time in the afternoon we are. It's got to be probably pretty close to 4 o'clock. And I thought we'd do one more session here. I always try to get 2 or 3 sessions in per cemetery, especially when I'm down the places that I'm not going to be. I won't be back this way for about another year, and maybe longer. But anyways, thought we'd do another session, talk to the spirits here. My grandson just got done with his first spirit box session, and we're kind of sort of reminding me of my first spirit box session. He didn't know what to say, didn't know what he was hearing, but you know, now that I've been doing this for about a year and a half, I think I'm finally starting to get it. But I still need your help with questions. I still need to know questions that you want me to ask the spirits, because I can only ask the spirits so many questions in so many ways, and you all have different ideas that I don't. I don't have my numbers with me. I don't have my colors with me. I didn't bring them with me. All I have is what's up here, and at my age, there ain't much up there anymore. So with that, any spirits on this side of the cemetery would like to talk to me, again, my name's Randy. I'm using 2 devices. I'm using a cell phone to catch you, to catch your energy, and once you're inside that cell phone, your energy transfer over here to the speaker, and I'm going to hear you. I don't hear everything. I don't talk directly to the spirits. They talk to the phone, then to the speaker, then to me. I'm not a soothsayer. This isn't a seance. And we try our best to hear what we can hear, and then during editing, I even hear more. So if y'all have something you'd like to say to me at this point, I'd like to hear from you.
Yeah. I would know. Go there.
All right, somebody found a pin. Somebody called me a creep, and somebody yelled out ghost. I don't know why they keep calling me a creep. I keep hearing that you're a creep. You know, creep. I don't know why. Why are you all calling me a creep? Because it's something. Because it's true. So Alex says he says because it's true. All right. Well, we'll listen to that, and if they say true, we'll stick true up here. My grandson's standing behind the camera. So if it says true, I guess I'm a creep. I don't know. So let me ask you, does anybody else think I'm a creep? So we heard ghost. I don't know if that means all the ghosts think I'm a creep. We heard Jack. So I was walking around the cemetery while my grandson was doing his little session, and hopefully it was good enough that I can put up on this site. If not, I could probably pull snippets out of there. Who is Jack? Jack, where are you at? All right, so it sounded like I heard and then home. So Jack, if you're home, can you tell us what you mean by you are home?
Well, he said,
Her terrifying, and I heard home. So, Jack, do you mean that you're home in a religious sense, or you're with God, or that you're in the spirit world and that is home to you, or are you where your home is?
Where it
Where home is. All right, where home is. So, do I take it that you lived somewhere around the cemetery?
is and
Meyer.
I was nowhere. You exactly. Except
So, as soon as I turned it on, I heard home again. I heard it depends. Near is relative to the time. Obviously, some of these people were buried here in around 1886, I believe. So, if Jack was an older death here in the 1800s, home near here could be right near here, or today in a car, near here can be, 10 miles away. Unless you're in Florida trying to go 10 miles and it takes you an hour.
so there. So it would take like
I
me about thing off about
All right, so Jack, can you tell me in miles how far from the cemetery did you live in miles?
not really.
Not really.
my
All right, so Jack, you're unable to tell me in miles. You don't know?
No.
6 miles. 6 miles. So we'll put it up here if that's exactly what I heard. So Jack may not know. Maybe Jack is a young child. Maybe Jack don't know. Maybe Jack didn't know the cemetery. Not all spirits know of the cemetery they're put in. You know, I know my uncle who passed away was put in the family put him in a cemetery, and I have to go out there to see what he has to say one of these days. But he would have no idea where that cemetery was. So, Jack, can you tell me how old you are?
Should not go here. Guys, during the about
So I heard 8. Right as soon as I turned it on, I heard 8. Jack, is that correct? Are you 8 years old?
don't
So let's try it again. Let's do it this way. Jack, can you repeat? Can you tell me how old you are? So in those responses, I heard 11, and it did come from a different sounding voice. But I do know that spirits use a male spirit may use a female's voice, a female you may use a male's voice. It's all what they can grab. Um, and I have had where, especially when I was talking to the young boy Michael down in New Orleans, um, when another spirit got mad at me because when I was talking to Mike, I think I asked him somewhere, "Do you know where he is?" And the spirit come back and said something like, he's a boy or he's 8 years old, something of that nature. So I do know that um, sometimes the spirits don't actually get things right, especially if somebody is asking them. And I think that's sometimes why you get like 11-year-old, and then I heard 8-year-old. So we'll try it again. Jack, Can you tell me how old you are?
This lady can
Always easy.
moved in. Anything on your time. Yeah.
Okay, I heard he's single, and obviously, if he's a child, he would be single. And I also heard 9. So we got 8, 9, and 11. So we can assume he's somewhere between 8 and 11 years old.
That's just
Things
or
stuff.
So, Jack, if you're home now, you're home in your house.
Sound
Some.
to it.
And when you're sometimes home in your house, where do you go into your house? Where do you stay at in your house?
Just
Pool. So you stay at your pool in your house. So, Jack, how do you get to the house? Do you walk? Do you fly? Do you just get there? How do you get to your house?
I asked about and steps. But the image.
no
You would
man.
Not sure I heard. I just heard I'm at my house. So maybe he just gets to his house like, I don't know, like maybe, I don't know. Can ghosts just teletransport kind of, sort of, from one spot to another? Can you just snap your finger, sort of speaking, and you're where you want to be? Walk.
No.
All right, definitely heard walk in there. I also thought I heard fly in the beginning. So we did hear walk, and I heard that before in another video when I was in New Orleans area, where the spirit said they walk into town.
Never cut. I call that's so about.
So, Jack, you walk home and you go to your pool. Was your pool your favorite spot?
Take a great.
This is one.
And I heard the name Walter a couple of times. Now, I thought over here I seen a Walter somewhere. So let me ask you a real serious question, Jack. You like the pool. You go home, you walk home to your house. You had a pool at your house. And I don't see anybody here named Jack, but I haven't looked all that hard for the name Jack. And a lot of times when children are born, a lot of times the graves aren't really well marked, or if they are, parents are so grieving. And we know from what we're hearing that Jack is somewhere between 8 and 11 years old. He walks home. His favorite spot is the pool. So, Jack, let me ask you a real serious question. Did you drown in that pool?
Hang on, this is.
So as soon as I turned it on, I heard this is crazy. Is it crazy because I figured out, or is it crazy that I would ask you that question? Okay, so I think what we're going to do, we got a lot of spots from Jack. Jack, I want to thank you for coming out and talking to me. Now, in my other video, you found out that the maintenance man was over my shoulder cutting limbs. And now he has decided that he's going to apparently cut the grass or trim something else. And as you can see, now he's here. and his partner's over here. So maybe this is a way of telling me to get the heck out of this cemetery. Jack, to the boy Jack, to the young man Jack, um, I'll ask you one more time before I have to get up and go here. Did you drown in the family pool?
And for
Or
things that
stresses. I will
just think what that just
All right, a lot of responses in there. I don't know what I heard, but we do know we were talking to a young man named Jack. We do know he was between 8 and 11 years old. We know that he walked home. He was close here. He can't tell us how far. Somebody said a certain amount of miles. I don't know. I don't remember how many it was. We'll listen. I don't think he was right here. I think he was a little ways from here, but he's able to walk home. His favorite spot's to go into the pool. I don't know if I heard that he perished at the pool. But Jack, I want to thank you for coming up and at least telling us a little bit about you. And we hope that you and all the other um, spirits and all the other souls in this cemetery are resting in peace. Looks like a very nice cemetery. Um, and and I hope that you're happier. I know earlier you said you were home, and I hope that really meant that you're happy.
one of something I'm looking around. Right. I even and that's
Good, good, right there at the end. I did hear. I thought I heard happy in there or something like that. We'll listen. We'll put it up here as we always do. And so again, to all the spirits here, thank you for coming out and talking to me. Thank for those who came out and talked to my grandson. I don't know if he got a name out of that or not. A couple he said he got. We'll see it when I edit the video for him. We'll see how it comes out. I'm not too sure how that's going to come out, but we'll see. I walked away, let him just do it on his own. And so I want to thank all those who come out and talk to him. Walter, I know I heard Walter's name in here a few times. I thought I have to look. I thought over here I the name Walter on a headstone. I didn't get to talking to Walter, but again, thank everybody for coming out. Thank all you for following me, coming along. If you like what I'm doing out here, please give me a thumbs up. Comment below. I can't do anything unless you comment. Nobody is commenting, and I can't get new ideas unless you help me. It's tough out here trying to come up with new ideas. But if you got something you'd like me to ask, I'll certainly ask it. Just put it down here. I can't do specific videos on specific people because unless I'm traveling someplace specific, I don't know. I didn't even know I was coming to the cemetery to 10 minutes before I got here. So I don't do specific, go to this cemetery and find this guy and do a spirit session in front of this guy. Unless it's someplace I'm already going. Like I'll be heading down in a few months to Nashville, down in New Orleans to do some more down there, over to Austin, Texas. But I don't know what cemeteries until I pull into them. So with that, I want to thank you again for following me around on my journey. This is my personal journey to find out what happens to us when it's time for us to go. When we make that final determination, we become spirits. Am I able to become a spirit? And can I haunt my grandson? Because I will. With that, thank all of you for following me and coming along on my journey. Remember, there's more days behind me than there are ahead, and it's inevitable. And I hope a long time, but I'm going to be here someday. I'll see all of you on the next one.